So my name's Leanne, and I'm also known as Grumpy Granny, and I come from Donald in Central Victoria. And I got into reselling because out of pure necessity, because at the time I had previously been a carer for my mum, who lived with me for about 12 years, and after she passed away, I was no longer eligible for the carer payment. And I was over 60, I had mobility issues because of a back injury, and it would have meant I would have found finding some sort of employment very, very difficult. And so I was put on Job Seeker, but from Centrelink, but you cannot live off the amount of money they pay you. So then I had to look at alternate sources of income. I started off by selling a few things that I had around the house, and then I actually discovered that this thing had potential. And so that's why I now am a full-time reseller. So when I first started looking into reselling, I watched YouTube a lot, and I mean a lot, for quite a few months before I actually sold anything online. And during that time, I discovered a thing called live streams, which I had no idea what they were, but discovered them. So you could actually watch the people that were making YouTube videos live, and you could actually go in a little chat next to them and ask them questions and interact with them. And I really enjoyed that. And so I started to do that. And as I started to do reselling, I started actually getting onto more of those live streams and interacting with those people. And it was great. And as I started to get a little bit more out there on Instagram, I was putting a few posts up on there because that's where everybody in the reseller community seemed to be doing it. So I started doing that. And I guess because as a new reseller at the time, I'm old. I started a lot later in life than most resellers do. So all these people I was interacting with were quite young. And I called myself Groggy because that was my nickname at school, so Groggy. But everyone decided that they would change that to Groggy. And eventually, because I'm old and stuff, then it became Grumpy. And it just organically happened that, you know, this character of Grumpy Granny. At the same time, I'd been making some videos for YouTube, just my own journey for myself. I never appeared in them, just my hands, showing stuff I'd bought, showing stuff that sold. And I was too embarrassed to be on the thing. And then this Grumpy Granny character started to just organically evolve from the way that I was interacting with the other people that were on YouTube. That is a most amazing community and so friendly and helpful. And yeah, it just grew. And so eventually Grumpy Granny got over herself, got in front of the camera, developed the whole thing. You know, I mean, there's some of my earlier videos, I've got one hair roller in, then I've got 2 hair rollers in. Now I do the whole, you know, hair rollers. So that is me, Grumpy Granny. And it is a persona, and I can get away with a lot more than what Leanne could. But it is a fantastic way to interact with the community as a whole, and being able to touch base with, you know, people that are better resellers than me, people that have just started and need help. You know, it's amazing. There are a couple of main things. One is that if you are going to be a reseller on eBay, eBay will hold your funds at the start until the buyer gets it and the buyer provides feedback that they're happy with it. And it's a protection thing because they've had people do scammy things in the past. So you just need to be aware that you are not actually going to have money coming in for that. If you're reliant on that money so you can pay for your post, you're in strife. So what you need to do is buy your postage through eBay, not through Australia Post. I mean, it'll still go via Australia Post, but you're buying it through eBay rather than, because you can use the funds that are being held in there. That's a big thing. The other thing is, if you're not sure what you want to sell, don't follow someone on YouTube blindly that's doing a certain model of a certain thing. No. Go to the op shop, give yourself $50, go to the op shop, buy a few different things, be an everything seller, just for a little while. See what you like to sell. Hey, I love buying ceramics and selling ceramics. Beautiful plates and kitschy 1950s money boxes. Fantastic. I hate packaging them and sending them. The stress, I can't deal with the stress of waiting for it to arrive. So I don't do them anymore, as much as I love doing them. So you need to find what you love to buy and what you love to pack. And that will work out what your niche is going to be.